So your shoes stink, and it is time, instead of buying new ones, you're actually gonna do something about it this time and clean them because they're that amazing you wanna keep using them. In this video, we're gonna walk through 5 cheap ways to make your shoes smell better. And stay to the very end because I'm going to show you one way that will likely ruin your shoes. So don't do this. Very last tip for you. Hi, I'm Sarah from SendEdition.com, the website that brings you tips and tricks for climbing and bouldering online. In this video, we're going through how to make your shoes smell better so you don't have to replace them and your wife is okay when you take them out of the gym bag. The way that I'm currently making my shoes smell good is with these inserts. These are charcoal bamboo inserts, which they are reusable, so you continuously use them. Once you feel like they're not doing their job of absorbing bacteria and making your shoes smell bad, you can just toss them outside on the deck and let them recharge in the sun for 24 hours. To use these, all you do is stick them in your shoe. Wow, that was so hard, right? And then when you are about to climb, I do this all the time. I bring my shoes out with me and I forget that they're in there. Be sure that you take them out before you try and stick your foot in it. And put them to the side in your bag or in your tennis shoes or whatever. The next way is really popular for climbers, and that's using disinfectant wipes. So I just have some disinfectant wipes that I got from Costco. And you can use any kind, but essentially you just take one of these and you rub the inside of your shoe. And what this does is it gets rid of any bacteria, and bacteria is the cause of stink. So by getting rid of the bacteria using these disinfectant wipes that kills 99.9% of germs, your shoe is going to smell like lemon scent. So that is a really cheap, easy way to make your shoes smell better. The next way is to use a spray. Now, when I first got my climbing shoes, I had a Lysol spray that I kept with me in my car. And after each climbing session, I just sprayed my shoes with the Lysol. Lysol is not the only brand that does disinfectant deodorant. This is one that my brother really likes. It's Pursue Broad Spectrum Disinfectant Deodorizer. And it says, kills most germs, eliminates odors, prevents mold and mildew, kills cold and flu viruses. Hopefully you're not catching the flu in your shoes, but that's an indication that it gets pretty good with killing bacteria, so you can just spray your shoes after each climbing session. Now, if you do this, make sure that you leave your shoes out so that it can dry out. You don't want this to fester in your shoes. Also, if you are changing altitude, by going up into the mountains, for example, why would you ever do that with climbing? Is make sure that you are being careful and not like whacking this against hard things or it getting such a high altitude like in an airplane that it explodes. Yeah, just be careful. Okay, the next one you will see all over the internet, which is interesting because it's kind of gross, but I'll show you what you do. You take a plastic bag, stick your shoes in it, tie the plastic bag, and then you stick this in the freezer for about 24 hours, 72 hours if your shoes smell really bad. And during that time, it's going to kill any, well, most bacteria. There are plenty of bacteria that can hibernate in the cold. And because of that, this isn't the best way, but it is really cheap because you probably already have a plastic bag from the grocery store. And if you need to be even cheaper, go without the grocery bag. Cons of this though, there's a list of them. First off, I don't have a freezer that's big enough to fit my shoes in without emptying it of all my food. Food, stinky shoes. I'm gonna go with food. Second is if you don't put this in a bag or if your shoes smell really bad, your freezer is going to smell really bad for all eternity, so be careful with that. And now let's talk about that one tip I promised you at the very beginning, which is do not do this, it might ruin your shoes. That's right, you should not put your shoes in a bathtub. I know, climbing rope, you put that in a bathtub, but the truth is most climbing shoes have some sort of material in it that can get ruined, and the likelihood of them being, well, not mildewy when you're done is pretty slim, so don't put your shoes in the bathtub. Consider instead my other 5 recommendations. If you want more than just these 5, I actually have a post on my blog, scentedition.com, about 11 cheap ways to make your shoes smell better so you don't have to live with the stink anymore. Hopefully this was helpful, and if you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more tips and tricks for bouldering and climbing. Thanks again for watching, and enjoy your scent. And your less smelly shoes.